Hi everybody, this is Ryan Evans with Ferrous Fox Studio coming to you with another review. This time it's of a real sword, one that I've owned for many years. It is the Albion Brescia Spadona. It's one of their museum line swords, and they work with Master Swordsmith Peter Johnson to recreate these, and they are very beautiful and impeccable historical recreations. So I'll talk a little bit about the blade. Let's just start here from the pommel and we'll work our way up. The pommel is beautifully faceted, and it looks like it's a pommel that is just made for striking. You can see that these little flats here on each point of the pommel where the facets meet, this does not come like this. Those are originally, they just meet at a point. I did that with a file all the way around, and the only reason I did that is really just something particular to the way that I handle the sword. I pommel my sword a lot in my left hand. I put about 3 fingers right here between the grip and the pommel, and that's how I like to handle with my left hand. So during handling practice and test cutting, it was those little points on the facet were digging into my left hand quite a bit, so I took a file and filed those down. That is just something that I did. I mean, the sword is fine the way it comes, but again, I just did that because of a particular handling characteristic that's peculiar to me. Working our way up, the grip, it has this nice long grip that you can easily fit 2 hands on. Like I said, I just put 3 fingers on the pommel. That's just me. It's got this nice ring. This is a nice detail right here, this ring there that is also covered with leather that kind of divides the grip. You can see that my grip has some places where it's worn and everything just from me handling it. Once again, this sword was pristine when I got it. It has just endured years of abuse from me, which is why that looks like that. As we work our way up the blade, you can see the cross right here. It's got a nice long cross with these little upturns at either end, and I like that to kind of aid in collection and deflection there with the cross. And also, if you had to really bash something with the cross, okay, it doesn't come to just a point. You can get that and you could hit with it if you had to. I guess you could do that with any cross, but I like that it has those there. Going further up the blade, you can see right here that the blade is fullered for 1/3 of its length up the blade. And the only thing, and this isn't a drawback with this sword, this is just something to caution. The fuller right there, you can see where it goes in the guard, where the guard meets the blade, and there's a little hollow space right there in the fuller. Personally, I put oil in there whenever I oil my blade, just to make sure that there's no moisture that is going to get between the guard and the blade or get in there in that cross, because I don't want any kind of moisture or corrosion on that. You can see that I've got some surface rust here on the guard. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick that up, but that's just something every now and then, that's part of maintenance with a real sword. This cross is made of steel, and steel oxidizes, so every now and then you're going to have to get your Scotch-Brite out or steel wool and take that off and oil your blade and all the furniture that goes with it. So working our way up the blade, you can see right here at the strong, it's got a nice wide strong, and it tapers heavily down towards the tip, which lends a lot of speed to this blade. For a longsword, for any weapon that's two-handed, they are not slow and clumsy weapons, and that is certainly also the case with this longsword. This longsword type is listed on their website as either an oakshot type 18A or possibly a 16A, I think. And for you students of oakshot types and typology, and also weighs about 3 pounds 4 ounces. And I think in handling exercises and in cutting exercises, it handles beautifully. There's really not a thing that I would change about the sword other than what I've already done there to the pommel. And like I said, that's just something peculiar to me. Really a beautiful recreation, and on all their museum line recreations, they work with Master Swordsmith Peter Johnson to recreate these. like I said, is from their museum line, and it's a very, very beautiful sword that I've enjoyed owning for many years. And I've owned other swords from Albion as well, and I've had to sell some of them over the years. Unfortunately, something will happen, and I had to get rid of them. But I would never part with this one. This is really just, for me as an enthusiast of the longsword, it was a joy to own. And also, it's what got me, this sword, probably more than a lot of other things, is what got me to study Western longsword seriously as a martial art. So if you don't know Albion Swords, check them out. They're based out of New Glarus, Wisconsin. You can check them out online at www.albion-swords.com. And if you have any questions, very friendly staff. I've always had a good experience working with Albion and talking to them. Mike Sigmund is usually been my point of contact. I've talked to him at conventions and whenever I've placed an order. But great folks, very friendly, very knowledgeable about the products they sell, and very passionate about what they do. So until next time, that's about it for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.